Hey everyone, this is John Michael Swift. Welcome back to my looping series, and today I am going to go over 4 types of looping rigs that you can set up. And these are just like kind of overall general architectures that change like just the whole way that you loop. They range from very simple ones that just let you get moving to things that will let you do more complex techniques with your mix and with your instrument routing and just all kinds of fancy stuff. So we'll kind of go from the simple to the more complex, and yeah, here we go. First thing I want to talk about is what I call a simple looping rig, and this is just where all your instruments go right into the looper. And so you can either play through the looper over the loops you've created, or you can capture what's going in. And yeah, that really only kind of lets you stack directly. And it has some limitations, but it's also simple in that you just pretty much plug your instrument straight into the inputs on your looper and you're good. I will give you an example of what you can do with that now. Here we go. Gypsy Gym Class. So that is an example of a simple rig where you just kind of like capture things as you go. And the next thing I want to talk about is what I call a parallel looping rig, where basically one of your instruments is going into a looper and another one of them is going past it. Now what this lets you do is record something while you're doing something else that will not get recorded. So this is a case where here I have, my guitar, and my guitar is going through the looper right now, but this microphone is not. So if I take this microphone and I kind of turn it away, it's not really going to capture much of anything. And I can capture my guitar and not the voice, which lets me kind of sing over it and capture a guitar loop and then maybe play some stuff over it later. It gives me a technique to keep the song moving a little bit more rather than kind of stagnate in only at the pace that I can put the loops in. So here's an example from a song called Good Things Come. Here we go. Here we go. I wish we danced a little bit more. I wish we had a little more time. But good things come to those who wait, and I gotta wait a while, and that's fine. Cause I've had 25,385 girls in my life so far. And don't you see there's something special about the way you are? So there you see I kind of recorded some stuff and then just was able to play over it, and yeah, there you go. It was kind of nice. So the other thing I want to talk about is what I call a wet rig versus a dry rig. Now, wet and dry refer to the idea of adding effects to your loops. So what I've got over here is my Pod HD500X, which is a multi-effects pedal, lets me do all kinds of fancy stuff. What I will do is I'll basically kind of go back to the simple construction if I'm just having one instrument, just the voice going in, but I will add all kinds of effects to it. So yeah, let me show you what that would look like when you can take an instrument and, add some extra stuff. Wow, wow. So there is an example of something that you basically just add effects to, and it lets you just take the sound possibilities to another level. It's really best to practice those things, the wet things especially, dry first, to really make sure you're getting the best sound you can out of your instruments without the effects. But then once you tack them onto that extra layer, you can really just add a lot of dimension to your sound. And the last thing I want to talk about, a concept I'm super duper excited about, is what I call A/B looping. So this is where you have multiple instruments which you can switch between being in a parallel configuration with your looper and going directly through them. So what I've got over here on my pod is a patch that has my voice and my guitar basically on two different channels, and when I switch my expression pedal, it flips which side they're going out of. One side is going past the looper, one side's going in. So what this lets me do is switch which instrument I'm capturing with the looper and do free things with the other one, basically whenever I want. It involves some extra button pushing, but it gives me more options in terms of what I can loop. So let me give you an example of what I can do with that. This is a song I wrote called She Keeps Coming. Here we go. My girl sipping triple second lemon when she says, I want another. Her voice is just as sweet as peaches. You had too many already. You ain't thinking straight. Add as if it matters. What makes you think that we could keep it? So that's an example of using the ability to kind of switch what I'm feeding into to grab different sections of different loops. And yeah, we kind of see if that, opens up some possibilities in terms of making the song move along in a little more of a complex manner rather than just always having to wait for a loop to come in. So that's kind of a technique I'm really excited about expanding upon in the future of this series. So stick with it, subscribe to the channel if you dig it, and yeah, hope to see you in another video pretty soon. Catch you later. Bye-bye.